What's up, guys? I'm the Pop Rocker. It's back to school season, and many people, myself included, are probably looking for some chill, background, good vibes music to just throw on while they study. Luckily, the industry provided, and we've got plenty of that for you this week. Let's jump in. ADOY, Her. This was a lot like Jackie Hayes last week, where it barely made my cut. I really only picked it because the genre Korean indie kind of intrigued me, but I thoroughly enjoyed this. It had a nice lo-fi background energy to it, but still gives you some of those ear tingles if you zone in and pay attention. I wouldn't say I loved it the way that I love most music on here, but I'm not at all upset that I listened to it. Would I recommend? Still probably not. Tomorrow by Together. The Chaos Chapter, Fight or Escape. Hey, look, it's that K-pop album I was looking for last week. I put this on in the background while I was trying to do some schoolwork, and I literally felt the first song ripping me away from my focus. And after that, it was just over. This feels a bit more like K-pop rock at times, but obviously for me that just added to it. And technically, this is a re-release from an album in March with some bonus content added, but there's no official awards here, just some good old K-pop greatness. Would I recommend it? Absolutely. Jany Green, Lost in Love. This was alright. That's pretty much all I have to say about it. Would I recommend it? Quickly, the long and short of it. This album gave me Jacob Collier vibes, which is something I'm sure a lot of people in this circle of music are tired of hearing us vanilla listeners say. But by that, I mean it's music that is technically very good, but still manages to be entertaining and not too pretentious. I wouldn't say it's as good as a Jesse album by any means, but it's definitely a very pleasant experience and it's nice to vibe to. There's some odd moments on it for sure, but it never felt uninviting as an artistic piece. Would I recommend it? I don't know about recommend, but I definitely applaud it. Lil Lotus, Error Boy. I absolutely hate that I like this. At first glance, it feels like some Gen Z TikTok dripping droll that I don't want any part of. And honestly, it kind of looks like that at every glance. But hidden behind that are some genuinely good pop punk songs. Plus, it has that Travis Barker stamp of approval, which means really just that it's any rock music made in the past 3 years. It's weird because it still represents that kind of slurring, auto-tuned version of the genre that's becoming really popular now, but it's like the best of it? I don't know. I just know that I liked it and it's worth giving a shot. Trust me. Also, I looked it up and Lil Lotus is older than me, so there goes that whole Gen Z thing. Would I recommend it? Yeah. Lorde, Solar Power. It's more vibe music, but this time, I wasn't vibing. Lorde has always been a little bit off the beaten pop path, but this album seemed to stray entirely off. Her debut album kept mostly to alternative songs that stayed within the radio-friendly era, and then her follow-up album was a little mix of both those and some songs that were more artistic. Solar Power, though, feels like what happens when Lorde meets coffee house music. It's still something that feels completely like her, but it never really manages to get out of first gear. Would I recommend it? Nah. Press to MECO, Transmute. MECO? MECO? What does that even mean? I don't know. I just know that this was some good rock. It reminds me of something I would have loved in the mid-2010s. But it never really crossed the threshold to great. The vocals and the production felt a little subdued, and the lyrics never really captured my attention. There were some cool songs, but none of them really went far enough for me to remember them after they were over. And there weren't really any memorable moments of the album. I am still definitely going to keep an eye on this band in the future. Would I recommend? I want to, but I can't. Factz, Blue, and Nottz, The Narrative. Yo, this was fantastic. It's like a nice little serving of hip-hop hors d'oeuvres. It's got a little bit of everything, at least everything I like. The beats had a little bit of this old school vibe to them. Some of their flows had some of the old school vibe. Really, the whole thing just has an old school vibe to it. Lyrically, they're sharing their viewpoints on some serious topics. Musically, they're giving us songs that aren't going to compete with top rap radio, but really should be. Altogether, it's just good. good enough to be my pick of the week. Would I recommend it? Yeah, to multiple people for multiple reasons. And that's going to do it for my weekly music haul. Hopefully you guys found something fresh that you can study to, or just something new to listen to. If there's anything you think I missed out on this week, make sure to let me know down in the comments. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, do all that. But if you like what you see, don't forget to tell your friends. Until next week, I've been the Pop Rocker, and I'll see you guys in the next video.